In this episode, we discuss Simba Bhora, two back-to-back huge wins for the Simba Bhora side, for the Shamba-based side. A one win against FC Platinum and also defeating Scotland over the weekend, 2-1. How was Simba Bhora all of a sudden managing these sort of results, and what has changed within the team to put on these points? Also joining us in the studio, it is former football legends Roderick, Mutuma and Gwekwerere who join us in the studio talking about their new side that they formed together, the big boys based in Norton, and how they're now promoting no drug use in the world of football and the Premier Soccer League, but also Division 1 and Division 2. All this and more in this episode. Enjoy.
Fanzone, united by the game, powered by Moore's World of Sport.
Welcome to the Fanzone Podcast, your favorite sports Zimbabwean podcast discussing all the sporting activities happening in and around and involving Zimbabwe. My name is Sips.
And I'm Steve Vickers, and what a weekend in the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. Caps United still on top, but they lost to Bulawayo Chiefs. Elsewhere, Dynamos and Scotland both failing to capitalise. Ngezi Platinum Stars still looking good, and Hard Rock just a point behind in second after a 6-1 thumping of Hunters. Loads and loads to talk about on the show today. Also, our athletics boys, the men's 4x400 metres relay team, taking 5th place in the world at the World Athletics Relays in Botswana over the weekend. Absolutely amazing performance from them. And we have got a full house today. Welcome back to Star FM sportscaster Simba Chiminya.
Hi, Steve.
And the guys in the red. We're talking legends here. Roderick Mutuma, the Prince, is with us on Fanzone. Hey, Roderick.
How are you, Mr. Vic?
Hey, it's a very long time. Doing great. Roderick, Dynamos, Caps United, Highlanders, the Warriors, South Africa, and he is still playing, turning out for a team in Norton, the big boys. You're still fit, Roderick.
Yeah. Thanks to these brothers of mine, they are the one who make me come back to the field.
Back in action.
Yeah.
So much to talk about. Gwekwerere, the earthquake, is here as well. Dynamos, Caps United, Zimbabwe under 17, Zimbabwe under 20, the youth games, the Warriors as well, into South Africa, Mozambique, Botswana. Evans, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Mr. Viggs. How are you?
Oh, doing great. Very excited. So, the Norton Big Boys, Division 2B.
Division 2B, yeah.
And it's full of stars besides the two of you. Tell us a bit more.
We've got full of stars. The house is full.
Yes.
We've got the likes of
Oscar
Machapa, Texua Chinyama.
Wow.
Virimai Mukudu,
Tafaza Rusike, still playing.
Steve Matsangaise, Laxon Kaisa, who else? Bimbai Madamombe.
Wow.
Charles
Wonde. We've got big boys. That's why they're called not on big boys.
Big boys, and you've got a big fixture coming up. And you have got a big derby on Thursday against Norton Community. That one is in Division 2B, and then you're playing them again this coming Sunday. That's in the Mutuma
Cup. Yes, we are playing them on Thursday in Norton, and also we are playing them again on Sunday. For Thursday, it's a league game. Then Sunday, it's a Monomtapa.
Wow. And the stadium?
The stadium, we are using St. Patrick's Stadium. Yeah.
Well, legends on the show today, Sips.
Yeah, Stephen, what better to discuss the match day roundup with some of the legends in the house as well. A 2-1 win for Simba Bhora over Scotland on a Sunday at Rufaro Stadium. Simba, how did Simba Bhora manage to dismantle the Giants of Scotland, who hadn't lost a game since August of 2025?
I think that this is the day that Mandla Lumpov arrived as Simba Bhora coach. Yes, he had done whatever he did in the past games, but on this one, I think this is the game that he won the hearts of the Simba Bhora family because it was a good performance, particularly in the second half. And it was a polished performance. I think they came in with a game plan because they were really solid in the back. You have to give it to Lawrence Chazia, the Malawian, for a standout performance. Marking Kama Billiard was not easy. And he managed to do that, save for the moment that they allowed Kamabili to poke that goal for the first goal early in the game. But from that, they really organized themselves. But you can't talk about Simba Bhora without talking about their wing backs. No more Tsabora, one of the best so far, the wing backs, the right backs in the country at the moment. The way that he has played from game one up to now has been really good. And Ishmael Nyani has also been really good on the left back position, and that's the reason why you find that even Simba Bhora haven't conceded many goals so far this year, and it is only in the attack that they have been found wanting. But I think their strikers are now slowly coming out of the show. Erison Masina, 3 goals in 4 matches, and he managed to get that equalizer yesterday. And then you also have Nawaseb McCartney, the Namibian, also getting to the score sheet. And it was a polished performance from the team. I think for them, they really came with a game plan that we really want to beat Scotland. And it was a performance mostly from the hearts of the players.
Steve, they had a very slow start to the season. A couple of losses here, draws. They lost to, some would say, a bit of a weaker Moors FC. But again, a back-to-back win against FC Platinum, and now Scotland. Is Simba Bhora back in the game?
Well, they couldn't score for weeks, could they? And now the goals are flowing, and getting a win against Scotland, I did not see that coming at all. It's tremendous, and if you look at the league table, it's quite congested as well, so there's a big chance for them to challenge for a good finish.
Good finish, yeah. And Roderick, since you've left the PSL, you've had some other newcomers come in, Scotland, Simba Bhora, Moors. What are your thoughts so far on Scotland as a team and the way they play? Do you think they're a good side?
I think they're a good side in terms of starting from the bosses to players, all of them. I think they've got a good side, good organization. I think they're the best so far.
The best, okay. So will they get back-to-back titles, do you think? Or you're not sure yet?
It's football. Like what I said before the show when we were talking, this league got, every team now is strong, but every team got a financial stability. Every team got something to push their boys. So you see those boys, they are putting effort every week, everywhere. Dynamos wins, next week draw. A small team comes in, Harare wins. This shows us that these players, now the soccer is coming, it's balancing now. You can go to Blawa and get a win. A small team in Blawa come to Harare and get a win. That's football. Like England, Aguna Shiri. Those are going to get a mind.
Okay. So there was a big upset on Sunday at Reforest Stadium, and also following the trend on Saturday at Reforest Stadium, Caps losing out to Bulawayo Chiefs, a 1-0 win for the visitors. Again, Simba, Bulawayo Chiefs, they've struggled throughout the season. A really good start at the beginning, but then 3 losses in a row, struggled to score, and they've managed to, beat the leaders of the log table.
If you look at Bulawayo Chiefs, they seem to prepare the best for the big teams, and they came really prepared for that game. And even their coach, Johnny Kazino, was saying that we watched the match between Highlanders and Cape United and really studied how they play. And you could see even in the midfield, Keith Mate was really good, was a standout performer. And then at the back, their captain, Jameson Masaza, was really good. He commanded that defense really well. So you could see that they came with a game plan and stuck with that game plan until the end. And it was also because of the substitution that I made by Cape United. Normally when they make the substitution, they'll come in and change the complexion of the game, but the substitution that I made in the second half, they did not really come in with the impact that was needed by the coaches, and Bulawayo Chiefs took advantage of that. And you could see even Brian Musa was a bit tricky for Kudzaichi Guida, and before the penalty, there was also another occasion when he slipped inside the box, but if he had managed to fool the referee, he could also have won a penalty. So the second one, there was no denying that one, and he managed to get a penalty. And it's like what Roddy said, a team coming in, and when the expectations are that they are going to be walloped, they turn the tables and they manage to win that one. So It's really interesting the way that the season is spinning out. And after that, we managed to speak to some fans, the Cape United fans, and they're saying that to their other fans, don't exert too much pressure on the coach. Because before this game, there was some talk about, some Cape United players questioning the selection of the players. But how can you question the selection of the players when the team is winning? And the coach brought in the players that the fans wanted, but they didn't do anything in that game. So it was also probably a lesson to the Cape United fans that just let the coach do his job. You are on top of the log. You are winning. Why do you want to change?
For you, Evans, obviously disappointing loss as a former Caps player, but how are you feeling about, Caps this season, where they're playing? Is it better in your opinion?
Yeah, they started very well. And even up to now, they are playing good football, and they are on top of the league now, and they are trying to manage to be consistent. And I don't think this time they'll sleep it. But one thing that I can tell you, football changed now. You see, after these big clubs that they came, the like of Scotland, Moors, and they came in to change the Zimbabwean football totally, even Simba Bhora. So now the soccer in Zimbabwe is competitive now, and everywhere is talking about it. It's a good thing because some times ago our football was going downwards. So after Scotland pitched in, I don't want to lie to you, the football has changed. And we really want to thank Honorable Scott Sakupanya and what he's putting in our Zimbabwean football. It's a huge big. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie.
Well, football has changed, and also Better Brands is sponsoring the big boys.
Oh, yeah, he's also sponsoring the big boys.
So it's going down to lower levels as well. Oh, you said your son is playing PSL, by the way.
Yes, he's playing now. He's playing for Simba Bhora. He was playing for Dynamos last season. Now he's playing for Simba Bhora now.
Remind us his first name?
Ephraim
Gwekwerere. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, so essentially it was the weekend of upsets and the match day and 10 fixtures. And so that brings us to our team of the week. There were many contributions and so many players that we could have put on the team, but remember, there are only 11 spots available. So that being said, Steve, take us away.
Yeah, we had so many to choose from, as Sip says, and as always, you can post your comment. You might think we left somebody out. You might disagree with the ones that we picked. So our team of the week, match day 10, in goal, Future Suanda for ZPC Kariba. Another clean sheet for him. He did the same against Dynamos the previous weekend. This time it was against Moors. The defence, it's packed with Simba Bhora players for the reasons that Simba has given there, getting that win against Scotland. So no more Tsabora at right back. He had a hand in both goals against Scotland. The left back, Ishmael Nyani, Simba said how well he was playing. Also, the man who was marking Kamabilia, Lawrence Chazia, the centre-back for Simba Bhora, making such a huge difference in that game as Simba Bhora got the 3 points there. In defence, you might also be surprised that we've got Ralph Kawandera. Isn't he a striker with 6 goals this season? But he was in a much more defensive role on Friday for Herentals in their 1-1 draw with Highlanders. Started out in midfield. When Bosso scored, he then moved into a centre-back position. So at 35, Ralph Kawandera, amazing season so far, showing his versatility and his class as well. Also in defence, Brendan Orendo for Chicken Inn. Remember, they got the 2-1 win over Dynamos, and Orendo had good display there at wing-back. In midfield for Bulai Chiefs with that win against Caps United, Busi Mate, who Simba said was one of the key players there. Hard Rock featuring big as well this week with that 6-1 win over Hunters. Junior Makunike getting 2 goals, his first start of the season. Donald Mudadi also in midfield, fantastic goal, probably the goal of the week from 30 yards out on the right side. Also Mudadi had an assist, he makes it into the team of the week. So too Tinashe Mashaya Reni, who came on as a sub and scored twice in 3 minutes for Hard Rock. So great display from him. And also completing our team of the week, Raheem Binwell for Chicken Inn, who got both goals in that game against Dynamos. I'm sure Tonderai and Deraya wanted to really get 3 points there, and Binwell's goals gave them that against his former club there for Deraya against Dynamos. So that is our team of the week. Wow, there were so many players to choose from this week, Sips.
Yeah, so many players. So let's know your thoughts and opinions. And our vote for the player of the week is going to be Raheem Binwell. As Steve said, a brace which would then lead Chickenham to beat Dynamos at their home ground. So well done to Raheem Binwell and to everyone who played as well. So as that rounds up match day 10, we also look at the more as a PSL predictor. And once again, Micah Joe and Alder Given have swap space at the swap positions. At the top, Micah Joe back onto first place, just 5 points ahead of Alder Given. But Victor is a new face in the top 10, comes into 9th, coming from 15 places behind all the way up into 9th. So well done to Victor, and then as well as Ayola 99, Taka 21, and Deportivo Lacamad. They all have come up 7 places. So it seemed to be a couple of good predictions out there for some people. But for you, Steve, how was that weekend?
Oh, tough week again, Sips. Yeah, I mean, who would have predicted Simba Bhora to beat Scotland? Certainly I didn't. The only one I got correct was goalless ZPC, Kariba and Moores, because I don't think ZPC are going to score many. I don't think they're going to be conceding many either this season. I had my joker on Ngezi, but I'd given them a 2-0 scoreline. But I got 14 points for that win over Manika Diamonds. Otherwise, it was a difficult week to predict, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like you, Steve, I also put my joker on the Ngezi Manika Diamonds game. I got it right, the full 20 points.
Oh, great.
But every other game, not more than 2 points and a couple of zeros there as well. So it ended up being quite low considering I got my joker right. So very frustrating. But to all of you who have not joined the Fanzone Predictor, it's very fun. You can sign up at fanzone.co.zw, get predicting. A match day 11 will be up as well. So get predicting on the Fanzone website. So PSL is wrapped up over the weekend, and match day 10 is done as we are now move more forward throughout the season. But also Division 1 is coming along and was had over the weekend. So Simba, what is the rundown from Division 1?
Oh, so the big story is of Willard Katsande leaving Rangers in the Northern Region Division 1 and going to Grand Legacy, which is based in Mrewa, and is playing in the Eastern Region. So the first match they lost to Bigita Minerals 2-0 in the Munumtapa Cup. So there were no many games in the Eastern Region. It was preliminary round, and so they lost, but there are also midweek matches coming up. So the log leaders, Yada, they are going to play against Wankumazodze, and then Greenfield, which is in second position, are going to play against Renko Mine. And there are also some midweek games in the Northern Region Soccer League. We have at the top of the team that is on the top, Arara City, they are going to play against Golden Eagles, they are away, and then Chingwere, they are also going to play against Jumbo Giants. So these two teams are on top, joint log leaders on 14 points each, separated by just a goal difference. And then you go to the Central Region, they will just the preliminary Chibuku, Munumtapa games, and a few games that were the league games. So the log leaders, Chapungu, they managed to win the game of the week against Gwanda Pirates. They won 1-0. Edward Watson, Redwood striker, top form, now 8 goals in 6 games. And now a number of PSL clubs are beginning to sound their interest. There is FC Platinum, Simba Bhora in the mix, his hometown, ZPC Kariba also in the mix, Chickenham also in the mix. They also want him. So 8 goals in 6 games. He's been doing well. The last 3 games before the game against Gwanda Pirates, he had scored a brace in each game. And then you have Kwekwe United. They also moved into second position after a 2-0 win over Shurugi at Baghdad Stadium. And then you go to the southern region. It's Wange, who are on top. They managed a 2-0 win over Zim Saints, and they managed to open a 3-point lead at the top. And BlackRock, they are now in second position, 4-0 winners over Aqua Stars. So, like predictably, we have said that this is probably going to be a season for Wanke, and they are on the top from the start, and now they're still there, 3 points ahead.
So what's going on in Division 1? Let us know who your team is in Division 1 and hopefully if they will get promotion. Now, Steve, I know you're super excited to have the legends Roderick and Evans with us in the studio, and I'm sure you got some questions for them.
Wow, so much to talk about, guys. Yeah. So first of all, the Mutuma Cup, how is this helping football, Evans, as you're in action against Norton Community?
Yeah, we are looking for it and we are ready for it, and the guys are prepared, and we are going to win. That's what we are promising here.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting for sure. And Roger, you're still going. Yeah. You're in action. How is your performance these days? I think you're coming off the bench sometimes for the Norton big boys.
Yeah, you can say I was injured for a long time, like 3 to 4 years now.
Yes.
Without playing soccer, so I was home, like watching. I didn't want to play soccer anymore. But these big boys, not on the likes of Evans, the likes of the owner pro Tatenda Wajijena, the one who called me. You need to come. We got big boys there here who is playing. I have Evans. I have to make sure that I've got my friends there. Let me go and try. So then I go there. I find these boys. They welcome me with love. So. Now I'm in the mix of the team. I'm there every week. We want to be promoted together. Want to go back again in the Premier together. So I think.
So you want to go up to Division 1? That's your target?
Yes. And also our big target is we're going to Division 1, and also if God allow us go to Premier. But our main issue is to promote, to spread the word to drugs to the youngsters, because us, like the elders in the football, the big boys in the football, we see it all in football. Drugs, you don't go anywhere. There's no good thing in drugs. It's only bad and bad. So I think with the experience of big boys, even the take sure those boys who are there, we can spread this word around Zimbabwe. Oh, Zimbabwe, these drugs can kill you. Look at myself. I was supposed to be in France, but somewhere, because I was taking bad things, so because you'll be doing bad things. So I can say to the youngsters who are growing up, even to those former players, even not those players, everyone there, drugs are bad.
You were going to go to France at which stage, after which?
I was supposed to be in France the time I was signed in Bloemfontein with Bloemfontein, but my manager refused for me to go to France because he said it's far away from me. I can't. I want to see you. Right. I want to manage you near me, because he was afraid I can do drugs things over there away from you. You see, the problem of drugs, it limits your career.
Yeah, because like Evans, you were both really young when you were stars and famous, and you were loved by the Dynamos fans, both of you. Yeah, was that difficult to handle?
I guess Steve, out there a lot of things happened out there. So that's why we want to educate our youngsters who are coming up with. If someone comes with bad idea, is not everyone who likes you. Chiri bad don't muneyani kasikakufari, it's a bad friend. We need to find out kudzidzisa vana vedu vari kukura kuti madrugs hakuna kwanokuendesa. You need to avoid those things, avoid bad people, avoid those people who can make your career be short.
Yeah, thanks for pushing the message. Evans, you were so young when you were a big star at Dynamos. You exploded, then you went to South Africa. How difficult was that for you to handle as a youngster?
Yeah, firstly, I just want to say I managed that fame, and even up to now, you can see I'm still strong, and I'm still going. I'm still playing. Even I can play in Premier League, as I'm talking right now.
Right.
And yes, and I'm still strong. I can play, and what I want to encourage those upcoming youngsters. I never drink alcohol. I never take drugs. I never smoke in my whole life. That's me.
Wow.
And up to now, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I never touch those substances because I know they are not good. Number one, I want to advise to those upcoming youngsters and everyone who's in sport, especially on my side on football. Number one, they're shortening your career.
Yeah.
That's number one. If you take those drugs, you're not gonna go anywhere far. Yeah. So now we've got this campaign that we are running, and I want to thank Honorable Scott Sakpanya for giving us the raw and the free way to campaign about drug abuse. And he's helping us. So we want to move each and every city and each and every province so that we teach our young guys, our young soccer players, even the players that they are playing in PSL, in Division 1, in Division 2, so that they won't take those drugs. The likes of Mtoriro, Daga, Nyope, what they call it again, Kambwa. You see, those kind of drugs, they'll destroy your career. Even yourself, they'll destroy you. So we want to thank Honorable Scott Sakpanya. We are moving each province, the whole Zimbabwe, so that we go and teach and preach the word. Say no to drugs.
Is that as Norton Big Boys?
Yeah,
You can see what is this.
Yeah.
The written, no,
At the back.
the better brands sponsored by Boss Scott Sarpanya.
at the
Then
back.
in the back.
Say no to drugs.
Yeah, so
no to
every
drugs.
kit, even our t-shirts, our traveling kits, everything that we wear, they will be written no to drugs. Everything that we
well
wear.
done, guys.
So that
Yeah.
that is a strong message that we are sending outside to people so that they know. Even the players now they are watching. I encourage them not to take those substances.
Because when you were really young, these hard drugs, they weren't even there.
Yeah.
And now it's just dangerous. Yeah?
I grew up in Mbari.
Right.
Right. My favorite house is in Mbari, next to Rufaro Stadium. I know everything. People, they take drugs, they take daga, they do everything there. But myself, I said, no, I don't have to take this because I'm a professional footballer and I remain professional, even up to now.
Roddy talked about how bad friends can be a bad
Yeah.
influence.
When you talk about bad friends, you know, when you got his famous, you know, some friends, they came and surrounded him and said, let's go and have two clubbing, let's smoke this, you know, that time maybe he was young, he didn't know what was going on, and even in his career, that those things can shorten his career. But now I'm happy, he's reforming now, and he realized that those things, they are not good. Yeah, so now you want to send a strong message again to the upcoming players and even to the players that they are playing in PSL now. But drugs, they are not good. They're shortening your career totally. Even you can't perform when you are playing, especially. And you know, when I was playing in South Africa, you know, those people, they are professionals. You know, they teach you everything. Even they taught me one day, and they said, if you smoke 1 star of dagger, it can remain in your system for 2 weeks. I said, wow. 2 weeks if I only smoke 1. So which means per day if I smoke 8. What is going to happen?
Right.
I cannot run. You see?
Right.
Yeah, I cannot run. So even alcohol, they say they take 1 week, some days, 1 bottle of alcohol. I said, no, that's why you cannot perform.
Right.
I remember there is a year when I was playing for Morocco Swallows. That war 1 month, I was picked for doping. Yeah. Because the way I was running, they thought maybe I used drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Clean.
Week in, week out. They said I use drugs because you cannot run like this. I said, no, I don't use drugs. 4 times they picked me on doping. Then this guy asked me, hey, what do you take? I said, I just take water and juice. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. Then he said, yeah, that's why, man. Because you've got so much energy.
Right.
Yeah, because they cannot block your heart, even your lungs, because you've got full of energy. You can run, you can do whatever you can run even up to 2 hours. But when you are smoking those things, you can't perform. I'm telling you this, you cannot perform. Even that's why you see some of the players, he can run for about 10 minutes. He started sweating like, you see, sometimes you can see them, even his mouth will be white. You can sense with, this guy is taking something. Yeah. And we are saying to the players that they are playing in PSL, Division 1, Division 2, and upcoming young soccer players, stop taking those substances.
So
they will kill you, they will kill your career, even yourself.
So obviously, being a father and being a mentor to your own son, Ephraim, I'm assuming you were also very strict with handling his football career, because now he's playing at Simba Bhora. Were you also strict with him and what he took and his...
If I see him touching alcohol, I'll beat him like hell. I'm telling you, he knows. I told him, I don't want to see you holding a glass, even a wine, or he knows. Because I want him to go far, even where I reached. That's my mission. So he cannot go far if he's taking alcohol, if he's taking dagger, if he's taking mtoriro. You cannot. Yeah. So I'm very strict on him.
Great message, guys. We really give you big respect for that. Hope it continues to go well as you're doing this as part of Norton Big Boys. Let's talk a bit about going down memory lane. Roddy, Dynamos, Caps, Highlanders. How does it all compare for you, the fans and the experience?
Yeah, like every club got their type of fans. Dynamos, they're too much focus. They want to win. They don't give you a chance. If you miss, they want your head. Caps, they're used to those wins against a big team. So if you miss again, they want your head. Highlanders, I think they got patient with their players. They encourage you until the last minute of the game. Even you are missing, they know you already scored last weekend. You can score again. So they keep on encouraging you, keep on singing, keep on clapping hands if you don't score. But in this, two teams are rather giants. They don't have time for mistakes. They want to win. Win is a win.
So then, if you don't score, they'll be quiet instead of cheering you.
They don't be quiet. They want your head. Dynamos fans, they want your head. So if you know you're a striker in Dynamos, you need to score. But they want a striker who scores, who gives them results each and every week.
And the love from the Highlanders fans.
Those people, they love their players. They make you comfort. They make you feel at home. Like me personally, I feel at home at Highlanders, but they love me inside and off the field. Maybe they were afraid to go to maybe why they love me, but they show me love. I enjoy to play it, Highlanders.
And Evans, Dynamos and Caps, the experience, can you compare?
Yeah, I can say at Dynamos, I really want to thank Dynamo supporters. They are the one who made me, and I really appreciate their support and what they taught me. They love me even up to now, and I really appreciate them because they love their team, passion with their heart, wholeheartedly. And they don't want, every supporter, they don't want to lose. Even at Caps United, when I went to Caps United also, they love me. Yeah, even up to now, they still have memories of me.
Right.
Yeah, and even wherever I go, they all taught me, hey, guy, you're so good, keep doing well, When we are walking in the street, you can meet so many supporters, and they even encourage you, but that time, you are dangerous. That vibe. And when at Dynamos, they're extremely, I don't know how I can put it, because when they love you, they can do anything for you. Yeah, You see, and I remember when my playing days, when I was playing at Dynamos, after the game, maybe I could go home with around $500.
Wow.
Yeah, each and everyone is giving me money. You know, sometimes after the game, they called me. Then I went there, everyone just give me money. I end up putting money on my on my jersey. Yeah, because why? Because the performance that you are putting in the field, that's the one that makes it love you.
Even the president also
Even the president, they even asking me, who is that Gwekwerere? He's like another party. Look, Alec Macheso. Yeah, that's where you compose that song. Because Alec Macheso is a Dynamos fan.
Yeah.
Each and every game you won't miss. As long as he's in Harare, he comes and watch each and every Dynamos game.
And it's Dynamos caps this
Dynamos.
Sunday. You'll be playing the Norton Derby, but it's
Dynamos Cup this week.
Yes. Yeah, but
play early.
I think on Sunday we are going to play at 11, so that we can manage to go and watch the
game.
Harare Derby.
Like last weekend, we played early in Norton. Then we managed to come and watch the Dynamos and which game did you watch?
Dynamos and the
ZPC.
Yeah.
Wow.
We played at 11. Then after that, we went to the Rufaro
So we'll see you at Rufaro Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, just tell us how it was going to South Africa to Swallows as a youngster. Tell us about your memories there.
Yeah, when I go to South Africa, you know, the coach Gavin Anti, that coach, he loved me with passion. I remember when he came to pick me here, he brought the bunch of newspapers to my manager. That time was Douglas Ainyo. He's late now.
He founded Douglas Warriors, which is where you started.
Yes, where I
Division
started.
1,
It was in Division 1. Yeah. Then he went to the office. He came with a bunch of newspapers. Then he said, I want to see this boy. And that time, I recall I was injured. Yeah, I got injured when we played against Bayern, Baymo. It was Baymo, yeah. And I was on my recovering process. Then my manager told me that he told the coach, now he's injured, he's not playing. Then the coach said, I'm taking him like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I went there, I didn't go for trials. I just went there and signed my contract. And I remember there is this article when I went to South Africa, my first week. I came in the Soweto. There is a newspaper called Soweto. It was written, "My Wonder Boy."
Wow.
Yeah, it was, I still got that newspaper. Okay. Yeah, it was written, "My Wonder Boy," and I was wonder for that team. I was playing very well, and I was even making the team to win, and we are doing so well. I love that coach so much. Yeah.
And you went also to Mozambique and Botswana.
Yeah,
How was that?
I went to Botswana first before I went to Mozambique. I went to play for the Township Rollers, that's the biggest team in Botswana. And that time our coach was Darlington Dodo.
All right.
Yeah, and I was with Brian Mafumo. Now he was coaching Triangle.
Yes, fitness trainer.
Yeah, physical trainer. Yeah, right. And that time then I terminated my contract. Then I went to play for Black Mambas. Yeah, I only played for 6 months. Then I went to train with the one in Mutare, Buffaloes. By that time, Wawompe called me. He said, Evans, come and join us. And then I went there. I was training with them when I was about to sign my contract with Buffaloes. And there is another guy called Lloyd Chinawa. He's based in Mutare.
Right.
He got an offer from Mozambique. There is a big club in Mozambique called Text Africa. He sent him a message. He said, hey, they want a striker. And then the day I was supposed to sign my contract at Buffaloes, that day I received a message.
Wow.
Yeah. Then Lloyd said, oh, let's go to Mozambique. The man is better there. And then I went to Mozambique there. Yeah, when I got there, it looked like I was in Zimbabwe.
Right.
But the way they loved me, it was too much. I remember my first derby, my first game, we were playing with the Liga Musulmane, and it was on number 1. And Text Africa was on number 2 with the 1 point difference.
Right.
So my derby was playing against Liga Musulman.
Right.
Then I scored a hat-trick.
Wow.
Yeah, we won 5-0 that game. From our stadium to the club it was just a walking distance. They picked me from the stadium to the club, carrying me on top.
Oh,
So
the hero.
yes, the supporters, yeah. They welcome me with a very good heart. And I really appreciate it. And that is the biggest team also in Mozambique.
Yeah.
And I played there for a year. Then I got a contract in Maputo for Frevaro de Maputo. Then I went to play there also. Yeah.
Wow, great memories. What about you, Roddy? Celtics in South Africa, and then much later you were in DRC with Lupopo.
Yeah, like in South Africa, I was saying we were still young. Yeah, I enjoyed playing there. Their soccer, they were much professional, but I was too young. Maybe I never performed to the expect. So I spent only 2 years there. But the problem that when I got there, my coach who sent me in Zimbabwe, Clinton Lassen, second season he goes to Maritzburg, so they bring only me to Middlesbrough. So he was having his type of play different to Lassen. But Lassen, you get to move with the Bowman, that German one wanted those strikers who are strong, like Cuthbert. That's why he likes Cuthbert Malangila every time. He scores, he buy Cuthbert, yeah. So the type of play is starting to change. So the game time was coming little. Then I decided to come back in Zimbabwe Dynamos. Then I played for Dynamos. After Dynamos, I go to Capes. I play for Capes. I played for Capes. Then I back to Dynamos. Then I moved to Highlanders. Before Highlanders, I moved to Nikrat.
Yes.
Then I played for Nikrat. Then after Nikrat, I play for Highlanders. After Highlanders, I play for Yada. After Yada, then I go to DRC, FC Limpopo. Is where I started enjoying my game again. Then after 1 year and a half, I was in because I was scoring each and every day. There, breaking the record, breaking everything in the history of the team, scoring each and every game. Then I get injured. That's the problem started.
Yeah.
That
you were in hard times then, isn't it?
Yeah, I got my right leg. Yeah, I got in operation twice. I went in on theater twice. Yeah, it was terrible.
Just take us through. Pane go rakagwisa kulupopo mshitamba ne TP Mazembe. I think that was the first time in so many years.
Yeah.
Kuwina pa TP Mazembe.
Yeah, go rakata kuti ndikadzi mwenzi. But if you went to Lubumbashi, you see me first before you see the town. Because I got my big board. Ndakagadzirirwa ikoko. Utopinda Lubumbashi tutanga kuona inini. Yeah, because it was like 11 years before without beating Mazembe. 11 years without beating Mazembe. So that game, Maruwa Mutungamiro, I get a good goal, because it was a good goal.
Wow.
It says it was far away. So we spent like 3 hours in the road. But the fans, FC Limpopo is a big team than Mazembe there. It's an old team like Dynamos. Everyone wants FC Limpopo. So when Scottland comes, those are the supporters, the shift. But there it's Dynamos of there. Yeah. Everyone will be supporting them. The road, they were singing. Our bus were and that walking. It was better than getting in the bus. But the fans were following the road, singing. The grandmother, the grandfather, the old men, you know, they were happy that day. I still remember that day.
So much to talk about. We might not finish today's sip. So just briefly, the Warriors, the games that you played, one of your early games, you were up against Mohamed Salah at
Egypt.
the National Sports Stadium.
We started playing there at Egypt, you know. Yeah, it was a good game. We give them a big fight, but unfortunately, you know, we considered a penalty. Last minute, Augustine Bara, he tackled Salah in the box last minute, but it was a good game. Knowledge Muskona scored a beautiful goal that day. A nice volley from the center. He was playing in German those days. Then Egypt coming back here. We lost 4-2. Mohamed Salah again doing his things. Then we go to Victoria again, playing against Keita. We lost again 1-0. But their fans were very. They want to kill the referee, because the referee was very biased. Because for them, they want 6 goals to beat us 6 goals. But they fail to get those goals. Kuska referee so upper penalty last minute, and their fans refuse for the penalty. It's not a penalty. But you know, in Bora penalty to Songoroa. Then we lost 1-0. But I think that time against Egypt, it was a good experience facing the big games. Mohamed Salah, Abu Treka, Mohamed Hassan. It was a good experience. A lot of money, 4,000. But they were saying we're going to get 4,000 for a win, 3,000 for a draw. But we want to win the race for World Cup. Both win the race. But when we lost that game, then we come again and lost the head-to-head with Egypt. Then we're out of the race.
Wow. Well, guys, amazing memories. May you continue to be great role models now to the youth, and to stay clean and just keep shining. And we look forward to the derbies. Thursday and Sunday sips in
Thursday and Sunday. Lots going on in your guys' lives. You guys also did have some Warriors experience, and the biggest news coming headlining out of last week is that the head coach Marian Marinique has actually resigned from the helm. Now, Simba, this was a big surprise to fans because it came out of nowhere. The Warriors were doing well. Yes, he had lost to Egypt, but he had a very clean track record, and it looked like the Warriors were up from there. What could possibly have gone wrong for him to resign?
I think it was just because of some disagreements. There were things that the coach didn't want, and there were things that the association also could not budge and say, we can't move into your demands. I understand that there were some people that he wanted out of the technical team, and also the people that he wanted also to bring in. So there were some disagreements, and they reached that. Actually, he resigned before the day on announcement, because they announced it on a Monday, but he resigned on a Thursday. But they agreed not to disclose it because they didn't want to have that affect their AGM, which was also coming on a Friday. And they just kept it under wraps, and they signed non-disclosure agreement, and the coach just kept his mouth shut and is not saying anything, and probably would say it outside the country, but I don't think you do that, because if you look at all the other coaches that have left, they've said nothing after leaving. Even Michael Nis, he could have said something, because the time that he left, thinking that he was going to the Africa Cup of Nations, but he didn't say anything. So it was about some disagreements that happened, but both parties just said, let's keep it under wraps, you're not going to say anything. And they are both tight-lipped.
Yeah. Well, Katano Timber, during the time that Marinique was head coach, Katano was the assistant coach. So how do you feel, Evans, that he has now stepped up to the plate and he is now going to be leading the Warriors forward?
Yeah, that's a great opportunity for Katano Timber now. And what he has to do, he just need to focus. And he call up the guys that they are going to represent our national team. And I also happy that Joshua Chiragui came back again as assistant coach, because now we are talking about the coaches now. Now he's doing better, and even the time that they suspended him after that incident at the Rufaro Stadium. But I'm happy now they brought him back, so he's going to add value on our national team.
Yeah, second chance for Take Shore is nice.
Yeah, Steve, what do you make about all of this? going on?
What's so strange is that, as Simba says, it was announced on a Monday, but the day before, Simba and I were at Rufaro Stadium watching the Dynamos ZPC game. We were doing commentary on Star FM, and
Mario was there.
he asked us for the team sheets. So he was studying the players like a national coach should. So it's even more strange if he'd already resigned 3 days before. Very puzzling. At least he was getting us to score goals. He was better than Michael Nice, but I still personally think we should be investing in the local coaches. So wish Kaitano all the best.
And you happy for Kaitano?
Yeah, I'm very happy. It's our local coach. He knows our culture. So I think let's give him a chance. Even Teki is back again. It's a big coach. You see, Caps is in top of the log. He coached Ngezi. There is a championship with Ngezi. So I think those boys can do work for us. Let's give them support only. Yeah. They need our support.
So Mario Manika steps down as the head coach of the Warriors, and now Zifa looks to take a punt and have put their bets on the local coaches being Kaitano Tembo and Takeshore Chiragbi. Also locally based, our 4x400 meter relay runners had just been to Botswana. They came back and they won there. They did a very good job there, Steve. And now we've also just qualified also as well to go to Beijing.
Yeah, so I think this is probably the sporting fairy tale of 2026 for Zimbabwean sport, that the Zimbabwe 4x400 meters men's relay team finished 5th in the world in Botswana on Sunday, and the previous day they'd sealed their qualification for the World Athletics Championships next year. You can check out our special podcast that we did with the guys before their departure. That sponsorship from Moores made a massive difference for them, because Tandazani and Lovu, he was sitting with us here on the show, and he's only 21. The improvement in his times has been staggering, going below 45 seconds. He's now anchoring the team, and the improvement was just incredible from the guys. So in our heat on Saturday, we needed a top 2 finish to qualify for the World Athletics Championships. This was the World Relays Championships, not as prestigious. The big one is the World Championships next year in Beijing, and we were just pipped on the line by Portugal, beat us by 0.07 of a second to second place, but we went through as one of the best third place finishers, and in fact we were 6th fastest overall and even finished 5th in the final on Sunday. Brilliant stuff. The improvement from these guys is absolutely staggering. So well done to Tandazani, to Lifut Zuze as well, Dennis Hove, and Captain Geren Muwishi, who's done so well with the boys. Yeah, it's a huge achievement. 5th in the world for Zimbabwe in the men's 4x400 meters relay.
Yeah, they're obviously on cloud 9 and as well enjoying the moment. I'm sure for them they'll be like, we just missed out on an answer nomination, but they'll obviously go towards next year.
Sure.
Next year. Some more good news is that our Sables have played Zambia over the weekend on Saturday at Hartsfield in Bulawayo. 17-7 wins. A little bit finer margins this time around, but again, still a win is a win as the Sables prepare to play South Africa A in the 20th of June. So again, Steve, good work. Pipanardi doing his things, figuring out the team, and also credit to Zambia, who've improved over the last year to begin the Sables a run.
Yeah, there was a sense of a bit of underwhelmment from the fans there. Crowd was good at Hartsfield. Great that the Sables were back there. But we still have to say this is the time for the coach to try out his combinations, because there are tougher assignments ahead as we look forward to that nations assignment as well, and South Africa A. But 17-7 doesn't sound great.
And also in the fighting octagon cage, we had our very own fighter Temba Gurimbo, who's in the UFC. He had his welterweight bout and he prepared for it a very long time. Unfortunately, he did lose it to Jonathan Micklef, the Australian man who also he fought against, but it was a split decision, so very close, fine margins there, Simba. But disappointing news. It's so far, but yet so close.
Yeah, but if you look at the second round, I think it was toe-to-toe. He was scoring some points there, but it was in the third round that he was now tiring, and I think that's where he lost on points. And tough luck to him. But again, I think when you look at the pace, he got something, because that's the beauty about contact sport. even when you lose, you still earn a lot of money. And it was good for him. What he just need to do is to avoid as many defeats as possible so that he can stay in the UFC. Just look at what happens with Derek Chisora in boxing. He loses, but he's one of the best picks for opponents, and he continues to rake in lots of money because of that.
Yeah, you are right about the winning. If they're losing, they do get some money, but you will have to keep it to a minimum. The UFC is a very cutthroat industry, and too many losses. He's also still
you're relegated.
Yeah, he's also still unranked at the moment, so he's got to fight for that ranking as well. Also, more the critical night coming up on Saturday, the May 9th. It is the night of the Warriors. We'll be having amateur boxing fights. They're also professional. And for one of the first times in Zimbabwe, we're having 4 mixed martial art bouts as well. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, it will be available to watch at the Performance Hub. It'll be a great evening. I will be there as well, watching some action, seeing what talent is out there, Simba. So again, a good event for Zim, finally putting MMA on the map as a fixture.
Yeah, I think this is probably the first of a good tournament or major tournament of the local MMA fighters coming together to fight. And we've always said that our fighters should start from playing from home and going out there. And the ones that we are celebrating at the moment are the ones that made their name, fighting or starting in South Africa. So it's good that at home we are now starting it, and probably we start growing bit by bit. And talent is not geographical. We might end up having the whole of country having 1 or 2 from each province coming up, and we have so many fighters at international stage.
Yeah, so our MMA continues to grow, and also our rugby doing a great job as well. That brings us to our game time. Well done to the winners last week, which the question was, name the players who scored braces over the Matchday 9 weekend. The answer was Greg Kufandara and Harrison Messina. So well done to the winners. The graphic will be up on the screen as well. This week's game time for all of the listeners out there, game time 8, it is who's the leading goal scorer in the PSL before Matchday 10, before Matchday 11 this weekend rather. So who is the leading leading goal scorer in the PSL before Matchday 11. So to Roddy and Evans, thank you so much for sitting in the fan zone with us. It was a great time with you guys. I wish you all the best for the weekend, the big weekend coming up, the 2 derbies in the league and also the Mutuma Cup. But thank you for your time in the studio. Thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So if you guys liked this video, remember to like, comment and subscribe. Drop a comment for your favorite part of the show. Remember to place your predictions for Matchday 11. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.